to find a defensive lineman anywhere close to Jordan Davis' size that can play on every down. But the hulking 22-year-old is out to prove what he's shown throughout last season at the Combine, that he's unlike almost any other player in this year's draft.
All I got to say is, ain't no O-line in the nation stop him. It's the first round.
Jordan Davis had the football world buzzing during the NFL scouting combine as a 341-pound defensive tackle from Georgia ran a 40-yard dash faster than the like of Patrick Mahomes, Nick Bosa, and J.J. Watt, each at least 50 pounds lighter than Jordan Davis. But the impact of Davis's game is far greater than his otherworldly combine measurables. While his combination of size and speed is rare, it's his power, lateral agility, instincts, and pursuit that made him one of the most feared players in college football. On a Georgia defense littered with future pros, it was Davis who won the McNair Award in 2021, awarded to the best defensive player in all of college football. All right, we're going to start here with Jordan Davis, who is playing where you see him frequently, right over the nose. This is a college football playoff game against a really good Michigan offensive line. And as a nose tackle, a lot of what Jordan Davis is going to get paid to do in the NFL is dirty work. It's stuff that doesn't show up in the box score. But what makes him unique as you watch this play is not just the fact that he can do the dirty work of occupying two blockers, which helps these two outstanding linebackers. Georgia had great linebacking play last year. Get space to work, but also make the play himself. As you watch this, you're going to see it quickly. You've got two Michigan players occupying or trying to occupy Jordan Davis with a double. It works for a second, and then it does not. As Jordan Davis, again, able to uncover right here. This is a play that, hypothetically, if it's going to get blown up, it should be by somebody not named Jordan Davis. What he does, basically eats that double team, makes a play, and stuffs this for basically no yardage. That power, so unique from Jordan Davis. But there's also not just a technique element to what he does, but a selflessness. It's doing the dirty work that, again, does not always show up in the box scores. We run things forward here. Again, one more time. Jordan Davis aligned up sort of in between the center and the guard. This is against Georgia Tech, a team that ran the triple option, so big, wide gaps between these offensive linemen. And this is not easy on somebody like Jordan Davis. These guys are much smaller than him. The Georgia Tech offensive line probably have 75 pounds lighter on average than Jordan Davis. Big. But they're going to make him work. And watch him right here. Just watch the footwork and the ability to stay square at the line of scrimmage and, again, disrupt a play. You're going to run it here. And just this power. Watch. Look at these two arms right here. Locked out. And the importance of being able to lock out an opposing offensive lineman is that, A, you're stunting his vertical progress. He's trying to get up the field to push you back. But, B, once you lock him out, you create a two-way go. If this running back takes the ball this way, Jordan Davis can meet him there.
He's covering two gaps is what he's saying.
That way, Jordan Davis can take him there. The fact that he can control an offensive lineman at the point of attack like that makes him so unique. And while he gets just an arm on this running back, that's about all he needs right here. This might be the strongest right arm in college football as Jordan Davis makes opposing players look like flies when he brings them down on the field. This might be the most impressive play from Jordan Davis that you are going to see. He's highlighted there in the middle of the field. And
this is what they call hauling
about a 40-yard dash that was in the 4.7s. Well, it may not matter on every play, but it might matter on a few. Quarterback, right there. Jordan Davis, right there. 341 pounds, a reminder. Watch this play as it breaks down. A little bit of pressure. Again, one more time. Jordan Davis, right here. Quarterback, so far off the screen, I can't even circle him appropriately. This is second and about 9 or 10 yards. Watch this play from Jordan Davis. Look at him moving on the run. My man is hustling right here to meet this quarterback.
Hauling ass. That's what he's doing. He's hauling ass.
341 pounds. Now listen, the quarterback gets a first down. As you see a second replay that we'll get back to in just a second. He may get about a first down here, but that's where the speed shows up for Jordan Davis, and that's part of the pass rush skill set. He can close and chase like a guy that's like 60 pounds lighter than he is.
Like a
One
man
more look, just to appreciate what Jordan Davis does. Again, this right here, quarterback. This right here, 341-pound defensive lineman, not supposed to be able to catch up and close on a quarterback like he does. Pretty unique stuff right there from Jordan Davis. And then, just for fun, I want you all to know that Jordan Davis can handle the football as well. I don't really need to spotlight him, but just for fun, here is a 99 in the backfield, which means Jordan Davis is invoking his inner refrigerator Perry, and he plunges it in for the touchdown. Maybe not the most graceful 1-yard touchdown you're ever going to see, but all the same, Jordan Davis, a big man and a playmaker wrapped into one. While Davis's combine performance became the
let's get ready to rumble!
What's up? What's up? What's up, good people? It's Monday, and I hope everybody's doing really good tonight. I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm wired. I had one of them energy tablets today. Woo! Wait, and it's got me fired up here. And of course, let's do a mic check.
Mic sound nice, check 1. My mic sound nice, check 2. My mic sound nice, check 3. Are you ready?
Are you ready, Mike? Are you ready? You know, you are always so late. Why are you so laid back, man? Why am I'm the old ass here. Why am I always the one that's real hype and you just kind of chill? I don't understand that.
Today was a good day.
Today was a good. Well, you don't act like it was a good day. You kind.
I'm just chilling because I'm like out of it.
You're chilling like a villain.
I was up at 6 this morning, 7 this morning.
Okay, all right, okay.
I mean, I did get off at 5.
Oh, yeah, well, okay, all right, okay. So you done worked hard all day. Okay, all right, okay. I'm just a lazy ass. Let me say what's crack-a-lacking to Ava Hoggood all the way in Alaska. What's up, Ava? There's Gina Thorne. What's up, Gina? You know, I don't even think I really have to look at the names because I know that Stacy Schuber's here. I know Joanne Gonzalez is in the house. And and we know Miss Hot Sauce, Lola. What's up, Lola? How's everybody doing tonight? Okay, so let's get to it. We got all kinds of stuff that we are dealing with, of course, today. You know what happened today, Mike? Besides your dad going crazy?
Yeah, you were going crazy on some of that stuff earlier.
What stuff? What was going crazy? What? Okay, all right.
You know what I'm talking about, looking at that computer all day.
Okay, yeah, that stuff does make me go crazy. All right, it's OTAs, man.
Yeah,
the Cowboys have got back to work. But did you see that clip? Look, I want to do a demonstration. I want you to understand. Now I'm old, right? Okay, I'm 56 years old. I'm a long ways away from playing NFL football, but I think I can give a good demonstration of what Jordan Davis is like against those offensive linemen. We're gonna take Rowdy here.
Who needs to go?
Okay, look.
Bye-bye.
This is Jordan Davis. Okay,
that's what they need to do to Rowdy. Because
am I wrong?
That's what they need to do to Rowdy because we haven't won a Super Bowl.
Well, you know what? Well, maybe they can use Rowdy as a blocking dummy. Okay, but seriously, that's what I'm telling you. That is a generational talent that Dan Quinn would be licking his chops. He would be licking his chops.
The question is,
it'd be like there was a plate of Jobu wings fresh. After I just did the shake with the hot sauce, it'd be like he'd just be like for Jordan Davis.
The question is though, what are you willing to give up for him?
You never see. Here's the thing though, if somebody had said to you, "Well, the Cowboys should get CeeDee Lamb," man, you probably would have said, "Well, what you got to trade to get him? You ain't got no chance at that guy, right?"
Man, I'll be happy to give up a number 2 in that package.
A number 2, yeah. Well, the way our number 2s have been for the most part, it's been a crapshoot.
We had 2 of them that worked out. Or at least still on the team.
Jordan Davis is an Aaron Donald upgrade. I agree with that one. I agree with you on that one wholeheartedly. I would love to see that guy working under Dan Quinn, but we'll have to wait and see. But before we get on to the other festivities here of the team being back on the field and stuff, we got to deal with the bad. Okay, we got to deal with the bad, and you know what that bad is, right? You got to deal with the good, the bad, and the ugly. Willie, here's the thing: if he happens to start falling, you don't know how a draft is going to work out. You might look and say, he's only, 6 or 7 spots ahead of us, and say maybe we need to try and do something. That's where I'm not saying move up to top 10. Don't that take too much. But if it's 4 or 5 spots, then you got to start considering. We need. I don't know that Jimmy Johnson would be the answer at this point, because Jimmy Johnson's been out of football for a while. And the game evolves and changes and so on. So I'm not sure that that's the answer. But we still have to deal with the ugly. Do we know what the ugly is?
Kelvin Joseph.
Yeah, that's what we got to deal with right now is Kelvin Joseph.
He still might. He still might be in some trouble.
And that's what the Dallas police kind of confirmed, that he could still be charged.
And the NFL suspension is the least of his worries.
I won't say it's the least of his worries.
It is, because you can get suspended from the NFL and come back and play. If you get locked up, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, thus far, I tell you what. If it ends up being that he gets a suspension and Deshaun Watson doesn't, I think I'd be kind of upset. I mean, granted, neither of them have been convicted of anything, but to have, 24, 26 people accused? I mean, we had one with Zeke, one accuser that was never charged, and he got suspended for 6 games. My big thing right now is, first of all, what is Kelvin Joseph's mindset? And all I want to know is, if you about the life of being a rapper, because apparently from what I've heard, the guys that were arrested actually are rappers, and I got nothing against rappers. I got nothing. Don't get me wrong.
The thing is, though, and I know he doesn't play football anymore, but at least Rico Gonzalez was smart enough to start his own record label.
Well, from what I've heard,
I'm just saying, though, so you don't have to deal with all the other bull that he's dealing with. So I'm just saying.
Well, from what I've heard is those guys are actually signed on a label, and that's what I've heard through the grapevine.
Look at kids.
But I mean,
kids
have baby faces.
I mean, most rappers are younger than I am to begin with. So
okay, and Kelvin Joseph's working on getting his, getting signed by a label too. So
go deal with that.
That's what I'm saying. That's cool.
It's not back in the day where you have to have all season.
What's up, Bobby? Bobby Ice, how you doing, Bobby?
Was it not?
I love weed. No charges. He's still getting suspended. NFL don't like Jerry. No, here's the thing is the Dallas County Police are saying this shit ain't over yet. We're still investigating. We definitely know those two right there. We definitely know that those two were armed and were shooting, but it could be a conspiracy with the people that were in the vehicle and so on. Hey, Mike, can you speak into your mic? He says, can you speak into the mic, Mike? Because he said he can hardly hear you. All right. So make sure, Mike, he said, my mic sounds nice if you get up to it. So we don't know what's going to happen with Kelvin Joseph, if we're going to have him or not. Anthony Brown, thank God we didn't get rid of him.
I know, because he actually played.
Talking to the mic.
He actually played good too.
Okay, so that's what we have there. Now, I had a little birdie in my ear whispering about the shape that one Dakota Prescott is in right now. People always say, especially old people, they always say, I'm in the best shape of my life.
Yeah, but we saw him a couple of weeks ago. He looked like he was in good shape then.
Yeah, but
he said that shoulder was 100%.
Yeah. That not only that shoulder, but what I'm told is everything is 100%, and that he has worked his ass off.
As he should.
Seriously, it's gotten smaller. His ass he's literally worked his ass off.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, when you're on when you're living your dream, you got to do everything to keep that dream.
When you have a whole bunch of money, it's a lot easier to work that dream too.
Because that was his dream ever since he was little.
Well,
I've seen the videos. I've seen his little documentary he did.
Jeff, I am quasi still doing my yesterday I definitely did. I did the prime roast. I had the cauliflower mash and the string beans. I was perfect yesterday. Perfect on keto yesterday. Actually, today I ain't ate much of anything. I've been keto today. And actually, I'm starving because I'm like ready to start munching on Jobu here because I didn't fix anything for dinner. Shout out to Frank Fleece. Appreciate that. Anthony Brown's is rubbing his hands together like Birdman. Okay, well, Anthony Brown knows he's got his spot and everything on there.
I mean, he improved under Dan Quinn.
Well, definitely.
You could tell. I mean, he was asked the first couple of games, but you could tell that he was, getting it together.
I agree with you on that 100% too.
Please.
I tell you what else was interesting is Dalton Schultz. Okay, Dalton Schultz has put on about 6 pounds.
Oh yeah, that's another guy that Dak Prescott vouched for.
Well,
I read
he did a little bit of talking today and talking about, of course, the lack of Amari Cooper. That, of course, we're gonna miss Amari Cooper. Everybody else has got to step up. Hopefully, he's stepped up and he's worked on his blocking technique as well as his game-breaking skill, because we're going to need him to definitely have a great season. He would love to get a new contract. He says that the Cowboys and him are working towards that. How am I doing? Brad Harris, I'm doing good, man. Hey, listen, Brad, any day that I'm awake, alive, and kicking, it's a good day. The days that are bad days are the days that I'm dead. You can guarantee you that will be a bad day for me. But any other day is definitely a good day. Dalton's best be learning on block. Ooh, you heard Gina Thorne say, you better learn how to block. Joey Shake, 72. Cowboys move up for we better not. If we move up for a wide receiver, I'm gonna be mad. I'm sorry. There ain't no reason to move up for a wide receiver with all the wide receivers that are
you
here.
can get a good one in the fourth. I heard in the 4th round, a quality one.
Willie Vesser says, Mark Holmes, I live here in Texas, and our law says if you're in a vehicle and a person loses their life, everyone is charged with the same crime. That's what that was my. That's
what the
law of party, I think, is what they're calling. Okay, it's not like life of the party. That's the law of the party. But yeah, that's what I've heard. So it is conceivable. Now maybe he gets cut a little bit of slack because he's a Cowboy, and maybe Jerry Jones can grease some skids or something like that.
Yeah, but Jerry Jones throws his neck out for you. You better get straight. You better get straight.
Well, Ruben wants to know: have you had a good day today? Has it been a good day for you? Today was a good day?
Yeah, today was a good day. Tomorrow's going to be another good day.
Okay. As long as I wake up and get out of bed, it'd definitely be a good day.
As long as I'm working, it's a good day.
The latest Honey Badger to the Eagles, he doesn't want that stank. No, I haven't heard anything lately since last weekend about the Honey Badger. Yeah.
If the Honey Badger went to the Eagles, Philly 500 would have already put a video out by now.
And
I haven't seen nothing. I haven't seen anything about the Honey Badger going to the Eagles.
He ain't put anything out. So that's where we are with Amari Cooper. Now, I tell you what I'm actually interested in, Mike, and I'm sitting here looking, I thought I had the comparison. We've had some players in the past that were nobodies or guys that were past their prime that came in and with good coaching did some damage. You guys have any idea on the defensive line, defensive front? Any of y'all have any ideas who I'm talking about? Let's see if I can find it. I can't remember how to spell his name.
You had it on there before. They popped up with his picture when you were typing it before. I know you're talking.
It's been a long time. We've had guys in the past. Okay, here we go. Let me pull something here. All right, bear with me here. Bear with me, because actually, I still have. I think a shirt or two that's still autographed by him. He was one of the first guys that I met and really was like, "This is a cool dude." All right, I know y'all gonna laugh at me because everybody always laughs at me. They're gonna tell me I'm an idiot and stuff. Okay, but I remember when we signed George Selvey, okay? If you looked at George Selvey, and I know what you're doing right now, you're looking and saying, who? George Selvey was in the early 2010s, you know.
Yeah, I remember.
He only had 14 sacks in his career. Just follow me for a second. Just listen to me for a second here, okay? Don't be killing me, okay? Even though he actually only has 2 less sacks than what Randy Gregory has in his career, but be that as it may, okay? That Randy Gregory only has 2 more sacks than George Selvey. So if you're laughing about George Selvey, don't.
That's hilarious.
Okay? But what I want you to look at here is this. Because this was a guy, when the Cowboys signed him, people are like, who? Who? Why are we bringing in these scrubs, these bums, these nobodies, these cheap mother humpers?
Yeah, because he was cheap. That's why.
He was cheap.
That's why.
Because here's what you looked at. He was first drafted by the Rams when they were, not the Los Angeles Rams, we're talking about St. Louis Rams.
Oh.
He was drafted by the Rams, had 1.5 sacks for them his rookie year, 15 tackles. You said, okay, this guy might be okay. He ended up getting cut by St. Louis, and he went to Tampa Bay, and he ended up having 0.5 sack. He got released by them and was then signed by Carolina the same year, okay, and had no sacks. Got released by them, was brought in by the Jags, and he had 0.5 sack with them. So if you're keeping track, by this point, he had 4 teams and 2 sacks, right?
Someone say he played for St. Louis before he came to Dallas.
He did. That's what I just said. He was drafted by St. Louis. He was cut there after his rookie year. Played played in Tampa Bay, Carolina, and Jacksonville, all in the same year. Okay. Returned to Jacksonville, had 1 sack. So when the Cowboys signed him, you're talking about a guy that had 3 sacks in his first 3 seasons. You didn't look at that and say, oh, man, this guy, shit. This guy going to be good. But he came there, and with the Dallas Cowboys, dude had 7 sacks his first year. Isn't that crazy? Sugar Daddy. I just said he played St. Louis, Tampa Bay, Carolina, Jacksonville. That was my point. He was a journeyman nobody who played like ass for these other teams. But he came to Dallas and he got 7 sacks. The next year he followed up with 3. And then the New York Giants paid him a boatload of money to become a Giant, which is what the Giants do. Okay? Let's see, Gina Thorne, you making fun of me. You making fun of me about the 0.5 sack. But my point being is, he was a guy that you had no expectations of doing anything. To come in and have 7 sacks for you, that's pretty good. How about this one? Let's do another one. How about Jaron Kearse? Because this is another great one to look at. Because when Jaron Kearse was signed last year, who said, yes, man, we got ourselves a safety. We got ourselves a safety. We got the best safety we'd had in the last 15 years. Did anybody say that? Because if you looked on paper of what he was before he came to the Cowboys, his rookie year with Minnesota, okay, 6 tackles and 2 assists.
Wait, does that say what I think it says?
What's this?
Denver? I mean, it's going to be Detroit?
Yeah.
You went, oh.
Okay, no, this
Detroit.
whole, see, look, then he was still, the next year, 13 tackles, 9 solos, okay? 2018, 32, and 20, what?
Damn, Gina's on.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Da-da-dunt, da-da-dunt.
Damn, Gina.
Michael's heart just skipped a beat.
But Detroit?
Okay, but again, all right, so as I'm going through the numbers here, when the Cowboys signed him, his best year in Detroit, where you know you're going to get plenty of opportunities as a safety, 59 tackles and 41 assists. Did anybody say, oh, man, I'm glad we signed that guy? No, you're probably saying, why can't we get a honey badger out here? Why can't we go ahead and get, we should have gotten Jamal Adams when we had a chance to trade for him, right?
We could have got the Honey Badger. He only signed for $7 million.
But but then look what he did with the Cowboys. He went from his best year being 59 tackles to 101. Dude had 42 more tackles with the Cowboys than he did any other year.
Now, was he starting?
He must have been with Detroit.
I'm talking about with us.
Yeah, he was starting.
Well, then that's probably why.
Yeah, but dude was irreplaceable. You didn't see that coming. That was like the George Selvey. George Selvey, 3 sacks in 3 years. You didn't look and say, oh, he's going to come here and get 7, right? I didn't look here and say, Jaron Kearse, oh, he's going to be a baller for. No, I didn't see that, right? Okay. So we can even say, how about this one? This will be my last example before I get on to the guy I want to talk about. But let's say Robert Quinn, who was down in his numbers.
He played with the Rams most of his career.
Well, he did. I mean, he was a great player there for many years, but then he was tailing off. So when you went down there, his rookie year, 5 sacks, 10 sacks, 19 sacks in 2013, 10.5 sacks, right? And then you saw him after 2014, 5, 4, 8.5, 6.5, right? So you looked at it and said, well, he's past his prime, right? He gets to the Cowboys with Dan Quinn, goes from 6.5 sacks to 11.5 sacks. So you look and say, maybe there's something in the water or something in the barbecue that has these defenders getting back to where they were or exceeding what they've done in the past. And if you are one, wait a minute, hold up. Mike, take over for a second here. Let me double check here. Hello? Hey, how you doing? Okay, I'm on live, right? No, Stu. No. How'd it go? Well, that's good. Okay. 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 So do the biopsy. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to make sure everybody's here. I'm going to put you in their thoughts and prayers. Okay, buddy? So that's good news then, right? Some good news. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. I will let everybody know to keep you in their prayers. And I'll call you after the show. Will you be up? Okay. All right. Bye. All right. That was my man D2 Stu, who had to have the drink liquid from death, so you get a colonoscopy. He's got a biopsy on his liver and things, and we'll wait and see how that comes back. So we'll see how it goes.
Something came back good though. His GI track, I think I heard, came back good.
Yeah, definitely. Gina says you're on mute tonight.
What do you mean on mute?
Well, speak up.
I'm not on mute.
Hold on, let me make sure I got. Okay, are y'all having a hard time hearing us?
I'm not on mute.
Okay, I got your ass turned all the way. Hold on,
I'm not on mute.
You know how you speak softly.
Yeah, Gina does sometimes speak softly.
We know how you speak kind of softly. Let me bump up the volume.
Bump up the volume.
All right, I pump. Let me know if that's better. All right. So everybody, I need y'all to keep Stewart in your thoughts and prayers. It's always worked real well for him. He's in the hospital right now, had a biopsy and stuff and colonoscopy and things, and hopefully he can get out of the hospital real soon. All right, so back to what I was saying here about guys that step up and perform.
You're talking about Quinn.
Well, right. Robert Quinn, actually he ended up having 18 sacks last season, so he really resurrected his career, even though the first year with the Bears, it was ass. I think he had 1 sack. So that brings me to because y'all like, okay, why are you trying to make us feel good about something? Get to the damn point, Mark. You're wasting our damn time. You're wasting our time. Sorry, I didn't mean to waste your time. But what I wanted to do was get to is Dante Fowler. Dante Fowler. I started doing some work on this. I was going to do this as a whole video, but I'll come back with it later.
Is that somebody we just picked up or somebody like
Dante? Yes. When we lost Randy Gregory. When we lost Randy Gregory,
it looked like he had a Falcons uniform on.
He did. And there's a couple of things that I found that were very interesting. Now let's look at.
Wait. Was he with the Falcons when Dan Quinn was there?
He was there, I believe, for one of the years. Okay.
That's good.
Here's what he did last year, and I know here we go again. Here we go. I know how you mother humpers are going to be, and I've done better, Dad. I've done better. I've done better at cussing. Okay, I have not been using the F word. I've slipped out a couple times, but not very often. But here's what happened. Okay, what happened was last year he had 4.5 sacks. Okay, 36 combined tackles. 21 solos in 14 games. And I know what you're thinking. Man, that's shit. That's ass.
Yeah, but Dan Quinn wasn't there last year.
Well, you're right. Dan Quinn wasn't there last year.
He gets the best out of guys when it comes to the defense.
Willie says, we can hear you. You can hear. Okay, good. You can hear me. All right. I'm actually going to say that that's actually a lot better than what you think. Because what you have to understand about football, especially pass rushing and so on, is if you have good people around you.
Someone said he was trash, and he's a Falcons fan.
You know what?
That was a Falcons fan that said it too.
Okay, well, D.A. Hunter, everybody here's the problem. Everybody in your defense was trash. I have to agree with you. Everybody was trash. Okay, so here's the thing. If you are Randy Gregory, no, hold on, listen to me for a second. If you're Randy Gregory and you got Micah Parsons on your defense, don't you think that makes you better?
It does. It
because
does make you better.
They're worried about, don't let Micah Parsons kill me. They forget about you. Okay?
Yeah.
Right? So if you've got Micah Parsons over here, or if you got D-Law and Micah Parsons, you're not getting so much attention, Randy Gregory. So your number is going to be better because you had a good defense around you. Dante Fowler didn't have that.
But he didn't have Dan Quinn either, which you'll have this year.
Because I was looking, here's what's crazy. And to your point, DA, your team's defense was truly ass. Because 4.5 sacks, that led your team. Let me get down here to the statistics. Okay. Passing and receiving, kicking, punting, and passing. Defense. Okay, look, going down through there, 4.5 sacks. He was your team leader in sacks, right? Tackles for loss. He was second on the team in tackles for loss at 6. Quarterback hits. I think he was second in that one. So you look at this and say, well, damn. He was the only thing that was going. So you know what happens if you are the best player on a defense? What happens?
Everybody trying to go after you.
There you go. You're the guy we have to stop because the rest of these mother humpers, they don't have more than 2 sacks between them. You're the guy that we're gonna make our focal point. If we stop you, we know we're gonna stop the rest of the defense. It's just like if you have a great wide receiver, you make sure you stop that guy. We're not going to let that guy beat us. So he ended up getting the lion's share of the attention. Now, he's got DeMarcus Lawrence on his defense. He's got Micah Parsons on his defense. He's got Dorrance Armstrong on this defense. Hell, he might have Jordan Davis on this defense. And if that's the case, that means there's not as much pressure against him per se as it may have been in Atlanta. And I'm not saying he's going to be a 20-sack guy. Don't give me that
he'll
one.
be better.
But here's the thing. As much as DA, as you say he was 4.5 sacks, that's only a sack and a half less than what Randy Gregory had. Right? There's Lisa. What's up, Lisa?
So he said that we're going to be hollering to get him out of the game.
Maybe. But maybe Dan Quinn can do a J-Ron curse with them. I mean, just say hypothetically.
Or Anthony or Brown.
If you, let's say you increase the sacks by 3. Are we going to say that's not conceivable?
You see what he did with Brown.
Just from having Micah Parsons out there and D-Law, who's healthy for once and in training camp, right?
Yeah, not complaining about
with
that
those
shoulder.
guys. Okay, you also got OC out there, right? OC's going to be good. You got Neville Gallimore. He doesn't have to be the guy. He can be a rotational guy that could actually end up turning around and being, okay. As far as if I'm an offense right now and I'm looking at DeMarcus Lawrence over here, I know I got to double team him if he's healthy. Where's Micah Parsons coming from? I'm calling out the protection to go right at Micah Parsons wherever he is, right? Then you got Neville Gallimore, the Canadian bulldozer who doesn't have a hyperextended elbow, who's going into his 3rd year. You know he's got a motor. You got OC, who, again, another guy, former wrestler. He's got hands that can shed blocks, and dude is fast. Are you really focusing in on Dante Fowler? He's going to get more one-on-one and tight ends blocking him, in which case he could end up feasting because of all the other guys. And if you did happen to get a Jordan Davis to go in the middle, it won't take that much improvement for him to be a 7-sack guy. Am I crazy?
No.
Now, maybe I'm wrong, but if George Selvey, a journeyman who was on 3 different teams for 3 years, could come in with Rod Martinelli, who was the defensive line whisperer, and turn around and be a 7-sack guy. If J-Ron Kershaw, who had never had more than 59 tackles, could come in with the Dan Quinn's defense to come up with 101, if Robert Quinn, who had been less than 10 sacks since 2015, could come in and get 11.5 with the Cowboys, why is it not possible that Dante Fowler, a former first-round draft pick that's now healthy, working with Dan Quinn and a good defensive front, can't get that?
Oh, he was a number 1 pick.
He was a first-round pick, yeah. Yeah. I mean, he had some, he never was to his potential. I mean, he had 8 and 11 sacks. In 2019, he had 11.5. It wasn't that far ago.
Well, that's more than most people on this team.
That's almost as many as Randy Greger's had in his career. I'm just saying, he's got 35 sacks in his career. So it's not like he hasn't been there, which is, by the way, more than double what Randy Gregory has in his career. I'm just saying. But DA, I know your butt hurt. I know how you feel, and I can't blame you because I was there watching that Falcons game when you guys threw up all over yourself, and I was there. It was crazy because the Atlanta Falcon fans were partying. They knew that game was over. The New England Patriots fans were cussing like crazy. I mean, literally, we had a girl who won the opportunity. She was a teenager here, and here's this New England fan, just ugly, just cussing and right. And then they started winning, and then he really got bad. He really got indignant.
That's New England fans for you. And what were they doing before they were winning Super Bowls? Exactly.
Oh, they didn't have fans there. That's where the fair weather fans came out. Yeah,
they were
just
good.
like the Seattle Seahawks fans that came out the woodwork when they finally won one. Marley Green's, you look kind of green in the emojis. You all right, buddy? Many first rounders have done not very much compared. Got to go, Mark. All right, William Taylor, be safe out there, buddy. Gregory couldn't get out of his own way. There you go. So my point was, and I'm not going to say that Randy Gregory did not have a lot of talent, but with Randy Gregory's talent, you also still had to take the penalties and things like that. So, I'm not going to say that he isn't going to be replaced, okay? And I'll say, let's see what happens here, because we've seen a lot of guys that have come in that people thought were nothing that have actually turned around and become really productive players, and I think that that's a guy who could. As he put it, it was kind of interesting because he was basically saying that he's so excited about being here with Dan Quinn. Again, he's doing extra work to try and make sure his body's in shape, and says he would love to finish his career with Dan Quinn as his coach. So I'm happy as can be about that, and I believe in giving a guy a second chance, and hopefully we'll see something special with him. I'm still rooting for Andy, just not when he plays us. Hey, man, yeah, I am too. I don't have anything against. Listen, I don't have anything against Randy Gregory.
Did you play Denver this year?
No, thank God we don't play the AFC West this year. Shoot, I'm glad we got that out the way last year because the AFC West is going to be a mother humper this year.
Yeah, because of Wilson.
You got Russell Wilson over there.
Still good.
I mean, you look at I mean, the Raiders are the worst team in that division, and you look at that and still say they still pretty good. They got, I mean, getting Devontae Adams out there. Yeah. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And then you got Russell Wilson, you got Pat Mahomes, and Justin Hubert. You got 4 of the best quarterbacks in football in that division. Well, okay,
too.
3. I'm not going to put Derek Carr in there, even though he's paid like one.
I mean,
Mark, as a Hawks fan, I can honestly say when we made the Super Bowl in 2005, the people came out of the woodwork. Oh yeah, I would have to agree with that. Nobody was expecting that one, but hey, I can't mad at them. I mean, there's always bandwagon fans, for other teams besides the Cowboys. AFC West is AFC West is like cocaine.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah,
the AFC West is a hell of a division.
Yeah, they are. It will be this year.
We have the AFC North. Okay, well, we have the NFC East. And I'm not going to be that guy that says we have the NFC least. Look, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 2 teams.
I think Washington will be better even with Carson Wentz.
Well, Carson Wentz is the best they could get. And that doesn't mean he's the best quarterback out there, but he's the best that they could get.
Well, yeah.
That's not saying a whole lot, though, with Washington.
If I'm a quarterback, the last place I want to go is to Washington. I'm sorry. Washington is a place where quarterbacks' careers go to die.
Yeah, because
the question will be
a line. The line is putrid.
The question will be is will this be the last rodeo for Carson Wentz?
Hopefully you can get 2 years out of it. I'm getting 2 years of it. That's over.
Yeah, David Carr is getting paid. I mean, I agree with you. 40 and a half. But here's the thing.
Well, go get your money.
Here's the thing that's kind of funny.
So I gotta say, go get your money.
As we sit here and we talk about Carson Wentz getting paid and Derek Carr and things like that. All these quarterbacks now are getting a lot of money and stuff. And it's funny because the talking heads are still talking about Dak Prescott and his money, and the Cowboys can't do anything because they paid Dak. But I'm kind of like, but aren't the Raiders paying more money for Derek Carr? Aren't probably Kyler Murray's going to be making more money than Dak? Isn't Deshaun Watson making more money than Dak Prescott? So I'm just like, all of these quarterbacks, we got, Aaron Rodgers, Lord knows he just lost Devontae Adams.
That's because he won all that money.
But they only talk about Dak Prescott getting
somebody
the bag.
else on the Green Bay Packers. I don't remember who it was, but he took a pay cut.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was.
I don't know if you saw this, Mike, or not, but the This is comical to me because
I saw some of it earlier.
This was Friday, I believe it was Thursday or Friday, and I didn't catch it till like yesterday. But
your arch rival in
but
Pittsburgh
this is about Baker Mayfield that nobody
Jimmy
wants.
Garoppolo
That's gold, man.
Jimmy Garoppolo was up 10 points in the Super Bowl. Jimmy Garoppolo was up 10 points
Okay, and I
in
told
the
you.
NFC Championship game.
And he'll go Jimmy Gag on you when you least need it.
Well, Jimmy,
but hold
Baker
on.
Mayfield will go nothing because he can't get to that point.
Okay, here's what is happening beneath the surface with Baker Mayfield.
I love
right now.
this.
Obviously, he needs to recreate the chip on his shoulder.
Here we go.
There's never been a football player any better with a chip on his shoulder than Baker Mayfield.
love this.
Because all he had to do was walk on at Texas Tech to win that job, and then he had to walk on at Oklahoma to go win a Heisman Trophy. We've never seen that in college football history. Chip on shoulder. He needs to get mad at everybody to thrive again. And he's getting mad by exaggerating the disrespect because he knows exactly what happened. Yeah, they did him dirty. They should have told him. They apologized to him.
No, he ain't got that kind of cachet.
Yeah.
No. You tell
No.
You tell a Tom Brady. You tell a Patrick Mahomes. You tell guys. He don't got that kind of pedigree. Stop that.
Well, he does because
He
did
does.
something nobody's done in 26 years in that
Here we
city,
go.
and
Here we
that's
go.
special.
He about to do something only
special.
2 other quarterbacks have done in the history of the common draft.
Okay, well, wait a second. Did the Raiders at that point, or where was Jeff George, in Atlanta?
He was in that. He's in Atlanta.
Yeah, okay. Did they have chances to
Okay.
go get a quarterback?
This was
ranked
last
in the
week,
top
guys.
3?
Well,
No,
keep listening.
This has never happened before. It was an unheard of situation. Said Shannon Sharp that Deshaun was actually on the market.
Guess what? Deshaun Watson, if Baker Mayfield is what you said, if Baker Mayfield was playing as good as those 11 games as you said, they would have had no interest in Deshaun Watson.
I have to agree with you,
Period.
Skip.
Okay,
That's
well,
it.
I'm here to tell you, Baker Mayfield is better than Dak Prescott. I'll take him over Dak.
Bring your
Let me back it up there.
Baker to the Commanders.
Hold on.
said they would have had no interest in Deshaun
let me-
Watson. Period.
Okay, well, I'm here to tell you, Baker Mayfield is better than Dak Prescott. I'll take him over Dak.
You're crazy. No way. No chance he's better. He just is. Skip Bates, you need to be ashamed of yourself.
We're about to talk about
after you hacked Dak for 5 years. Now because Baker, you want to make a point about Baker, you're trashing all the quarterbacks you put on pedestals for 5 years.
I have not put him on a pedestal. I said he was dramatically overpaid. We're about to talk about that in just a few minutes.
Oh,
Just in
dramatically
Miami, you said
overpaid.
Dak Prescott was better than Patrick Mahomes.
What, in Miami?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
We was at Miami. when
He
was,
looks like the
Mahomes
crazy old grandpa.
I wouldn't go that far.
And you said, hey, Dak.
I love
Okay.
me some Dak Prescott,
All right.
but I wouldn't go that far.
I remember this, but I was trying to see if I could find the actual clip that I used. So I have to actually go back to my own stuff. But literally, I'm sorry. You know, I might be able to get away with you saying, okay, he's better than, or Deshaun Watson is better. You could make that argument. I don't necessarily agree with that.
think they're
From a
about the
leadership
same.
standpoint, I got to say Dak Prescott, because Dak didn't have to sit out because he got 26 allegations of sexual impropriety,
Dak
okay?
Prescott had to sell because it was
But
hurt.
I had to come back because here's what's always so freaking funny to me is whenever it's slow news days, bring up Dak Prescott. And I said before, there should be a Dak Prescott tax. Every time you say Dak Prescott, you should be putting in some money to Dak Prescott because you guys use that for effect. Okay, so check that. This was this past summer. Let's listen to Skip
To
Bayless.
snap in 9 years, and you say I'll take him over Dak Prescott. That's what Skip Bayless actually said today. I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't.
Man,
I still
Stuart
can't
Morrison
believe it.
said, "Did you see that stuff?" I said no, but I even this is just straight craziness.
Potatoes and accept what he can do.
We're
as
talking about
opposed
Tim Tebow.
To fixating on what he cannot do. The point was that in all those games he started that year in 2011 for the Broncos, in the last 5 minutes of those games, he led the National Football League in my favorite stat, QBR. Number 1 in the league, because as our man Eric Mangini said in 2011, while on my show on ESPN, he said there's something about Tebow in the
Juan
last 5
Cruz,
minutes
what's
of
up?
games, he gets deadly accurate. He does. He gets deadly clutch. He
Skip.
wheels the ball to the right guy at the right time in exactly the right spot. And he did it again and again and again. He was not a consistent passer, as you have repeatedly pointed out, but you fixate on the negative. There's no way you can lead the Denver Broncos to a division championship from 1-4 in the hole, dead in the water at 1-4 as a marginal athlete. He is a sensational competitor, and we're going to talk more about this later, but Urban Meyer did talk to Chris Collinsworth yesterday about what he sees now in Tim Tebow.
Just wait for it,
telling
guys.
his assistant coaches who worked out Tim Tebow, and we'll get deeper into this later, but he said, guys, you don't understand. This guy is the most competitive maniac you're ever going to talk to. That's why Urban said, let's give this a shot, because Urban knows what can happen if you put Tim Tebow in a football game with the game on the line, the biggest plays of the game, the scoring plays, the 3rd and 2 at the 20, or maybe the 4th and goal at the 1. Tim Tebow will make that play. Don't dismiss what he can do, because I've never seen anything like what Tim Tebow can do on a football field if you give him the opportunity. Only one team was forced to give him the opportunity, and it was your team in 2011.
Are you serious?
And all he did was win. All he did was win a playoff game. You can't dismiss him when he threw for 316 yards and beat Pittsburgh in a playoff game. And if we could just please quickly see the pass that he threw to win.
There we go.
The QBR in the last 5 minutes of the game. He and Dak Prescott, empty calories. They're playing prevent defense. You see, if you notice, Dak Prescott in the beginning of the game, the numbers are not the same as when they get behind by 20, when they're down by 24. Well, Tim Tebow accuracy goes when teams start playing prevent defense, because they said, okay, let's not give anything cheap and deep. But in the first 55 minutes of the ball game, when everything is condensed and they're playing lights out football, why can't he be that
David Wiley,
like the last 5 minutes in the first 55 minutes?
Okay, timeout. Dak Prescott is 6-11 in his last 17 starts for my Dallas Cowboys. Tim Tebow went 7-4 that year, and they weren't empty calories because he was throwing passes to pull games out of the fire late against Miami, and you remember Chicago, and you definitely remember the Jets on Thursday night.
He won a game when he completed 3 passes and threw for 30 yards. Stop this. So in other words, you're saying you take Tim Tebow over Dak Prescott. That's what you just said.
Here it comes.
Okay, right now, I would in what he's accomplished. He's done it at the highest level. He won a playoff game. Dak has won one playoff game, but But Tim Tebow pulled one out of the fire against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Just one
at home.
Okay, I think that's enough. I think I've proven my point here.
You only talking about one great start.
One great
in the playoffs.
It's always Skip Bayless will take anybody, will take the field over. Why is it that Dak Prescott is always the measuring stick for everything and everybody? I just don't understand it. So Baker Mayfield is trash. Oh, Baker Mayfield's better than Dak Prescott. Are you serious? You got my man Robbie Gold over. I mean, not Robbie. What is that? Wide receiver for the Panthers when they're rumored to be maybe trying to get Baker Mayfield. Oh, hell no. No! He doesn't want him, right? We heard, he could be going to Seattle. Seattle's like, they got Drew Lock. Nah, bro, we good. Nobody wants this guy. He's a bum. He was a number 1 draft pick, and he has failed. You literally see that because of what I thought for sure, that it was Odell Beckham Jr. I mean, seriously. I mean, come on. And it wasn't like they didn't have a great running attack. He was the weakest link on the Cleveland Browns. You couldn't say he didn't have weapons. He had a great running attack. He had great wide receivers in Landry and Odell and could not deliver. You saw him one-hopping passes. Now, I will give it to him that he was injured a bit this year. But it's funny how everybody talked about Dak Prescott spending too much time doing commercials and ads and stuff. But nobody said that shit about Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield only had one good season.
Was it? Well, was it?
I mean, they won a playoff game that season.
Maybe it was just good because it was a Cleveland Brown.
I'm just saying he had one good season when they won the playoffs.
Skip Bayless still at this moment is saying that Baker Mayfield is better than Dak Prescott. So from a credibility standpoint,
Prescott, then how come they couldn't win a game to make it to the playoffs? All they had to do most weeks was win one game and they win the playoffs.
That's yeah.
You can't even do that much. Last season at that.
Justin says, Mark, is it bad that I'm ready to cut Kelvin? No, I'm not going to say that. The problem with Kelvin, let me finish with Skip Bayless. So I always get when he says some of this crazy stuff, okay? And like I said, I can't say that Dak Prescott, if somebody says, well, I'll take Tom Brady, I'm not going to argue that you're going to take Tom Brady over him. But Baker Mayfield? Come on, man. You don't have any credibility whatsoever when you come up with Baker Mayfield, who is absolute garbage. You're going to turn around and say Dak Prescott's better is worse than it. Come on, man. A guy that's got 37 touchdown passes last year with a bad shoulder, coming back from a catastrophic leg injury, okay, without a running attack, okay? And I dare say, at least, at best, we had about the same level of weapons. Kelvin Joseph. Here's the thing that I wonder. I've made mistakes. I've done some stupid stuff. Hell, I've been a married man. We all do stupid stuff because, or at least according to our wives. Braylon is in the house. Uh-oh.
Da-da-dunt, da-da-dunt.
Damn, Gina.
What's up? Here's the thing that I worry about.
Oh, Marley Green.
How many chances do you get? I did stupid stuff. They didn't call me Crazy Mark because I was crazy. I did some crazy shit, okay? I did. But I learned from it. I learned I can't be drinking beer and rum together. That shit makes you crazy, okay? On an empty stomach. I learned that, okay? So I didn't do that anymore. Either I drank beer or I drank rum. But I didn't do the two of them anymore because I learned that you don't do stupid shit.
Yeah, but you weren't doing the stuff that Kelvin.
Oh, I know. Well, no, but the thing is this: he had problems in college at LSU.
It might be too late.
Okay, this wasn't Princeton and having problems getting along. This is LSU. This is the Southeast Conference. You had to leave there when it's all about football.
Yeah, it is.
Braylon, shout out to Braylon. You had to leave there. So if you had to leave there to go to Kentucky to turn the page and start over. Juan Cruz, oh man.
Take the money out, all of it.
You literally had almost everything taken away from you. You got a second chance with Kentucky. Now you have the opportunity in the NFL. Right now, this is your second chance. Or is this your third chance? No, this is your third chance. Excuse me. Your third chance. I don't know if you didn't learn from the first two.
And it might be too late for him.
And you may not get another chance.
It might be too late for him.
You may not get another chance. But if you haven't been scared straight now, if you have not thought for the last, 3.5 weeks about what happened and saying to yourself, I need to turn this shit around.
Yeah, but the other problem too is he said nothing after it happened.
You're probably scared. You're not going to go run to the police. I'm just saying, he probably was scared, and that was wrong too. But I hope in the course of those weeks that he realized I need to disassociate myself from these people and make some changes. See, I'm a forgiving person.
Not too late.
Listen, I know I done made mistakes. And when you do your time, you should be forgiven and have the opportunity to start over. I just hope that if he gets off, whether he gets off or not, that there's a mental attitude change. See, I can look at Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy did some bad stuff. Greg Hardy got lucky because of technicalities that he didn't get charged. And instead of Greg Hardy, hey, Amanda Brown, what's up? How's the deviled eggs, Amanda? Did you save me some deviled eggs? Did you make me a few with a little extra vinegar in it? Okay. Greg Hardy, after he got off of his situation, all the guns on the sofa and stuff, all that, and beating the girlfriend and this, that, and the other, when he got to the Cowboys, instead of being like, I need to change and be a better man, you know, I need to be looking at the man in the mirror and living my life better. Greg Hardy's over there attacking coaches and stuff. And an attitude like, you know, he's literally, I'm the man up in this mother humper and acting a fool. So he didn't learn anything from his situation. I hope that if Kelvin Joseph gets off, that this isn't his attitude.
23-hour lockdown. I'm the man up in this piece. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
I hope that that's not his attitude. So we'll have to wait and see what the law does if they're going to, in fact, charge him. Then we got to wait and see, is the NFL going to suspend him?
I think he'll get suspended.
And then we have to look at him from the attitude of, if he's still boss man fat, I would say, and I'm the Cowboys, you know what? I'm sure they have that clause in the contract that says we can release your ass, because they tried to put it in Randy Gregory's, and we've heard that clause is in everybody. Positive vibes, I got to support Kelvin Joseph while he is a Cowboy until he leaves.
Don't forget, it's not in Dak Prescott's contract.
Come on, let's pull positively for the young and the dumber. Like I said, Marley Greens.
This is reality.
For me, you got to do right. You need to be a changed man. You need to be
He still might be
a football player. And if you don't, listen, if you want to be a rapper, go be a rapper. I'm not looking for a part-time football player. I'm not looking for a part-time football. I'm looking for a guy who's a damn football player, okay? That's like, what I need.
It's not like when you grew up and guys had to have an off-season job.
They didn't have the off-season job during the season, well, the off-season job didn't affect their work status. And if it did, you weren't going to be there. Reaper, maybe, but I'm going to say the thing is this. They didn't know anything before Sunday, right? Or Saturday. It was Saturday.
It was over the weekend.
I'm sorry. They didn't know anything before Saturday when they talked to who? Kelvin Joseph.
He plastered all over
so
the news.
Kelvin Joseph talks to the police and he says, man, hey, we hopped in the car, man. I was just chilling, and all of a sudden they rolled down the window and started shooting. I was like, hey, man, hey, what are you doing? Okay. They got his side of the story. So guess what? They arrested those other two guys. Right? Guess what they doing? They probably going to tell their story. And if their story ends up being, you know what? He was like, man, I can't believe these mother humpers, man. We should go out and say he was also part of it. He got out the way so I could roll down the window. Right? You know what I'm saying? He was sitting by the window and I said, hey, man, move back so I can fire on these. But, oh, yeah, let me move out the way. Here, let me roll the window down. You don't know if they say that.
But do you know? But was he?
Because
but was he the driver?
No, I don't think he was the driver. But if they do that, and you're the prosecutor that's like, you know, I can make a name for myself, you know, because I got murderers and I got me an NFL player, which would be a high-profile case. So maybe they're done.
Well, that's why.
But the Dallas Police Department said there still may be charges that are brought. Okay, yeah, Juan, just go to the Thrive site and tell Miss Tracy, say, hey, Trey, Miss Tracy, Miss Holmes, my address changed. Take care of that on the Thrive site. You know, they can charge somebody with being someone from the table and they didn't keep him from the fish tank. They let him go. Why would you let someone go when they are going to charge him and keep him? Well, they're not worried about him walking around. I get it. Let me say.
Where else is he going to go?
Reaper. Okay.
They know where.
Reaper. Hold on. Everybody, listen.
But the thing is, though, they know where he is.
Right.
He's with the Dallas
What's he going to
Cowboys.
go to Mexico? He's not going to flee.
I know he's with the Dallas Cowboys. He ain't going nowhere.
All I'm saying is this. This thing's not done. Maybe they don't charge him with anything.
I think he's still get suspended. I think.
And that may be the case. Ava, what's up? That may be the case, and I hope it is. I hope that he was not part of the shooting.
He was in that
I hope
vehicle.
that he's completely innocent of all of it.
But the
he
law
still needs to change the people you associate
The
with.
law says that he was in. If you're in the parties of law, you were in the vehicle. You were part of the crime.
Yeah, I mean
that's the law.
Now, if he's looking at being the rap, if he's looking at being the rapper, I guess now. Well, no, you don't have street cred now because you snitched. Okay.
Yeah,
snitches. No, actually, I was gonna say if you're a rapper, hey, you're part of a murder. No, actually, you snitched. So snitch.
That's the last thing you want. That's the last thing you want to be part of.
Stitches for snitches.
As a rapper.
Anyway, we've kind of gone off the rails here on that one. He was in bad company. It's unfortunate. Here's what I've gotten some stuff that I've heard that these guys hung out quite a bit together.
Didn't you say that they?
Okay, let's just say they've hung out a lot together and been around other people on the team. Okay, that they are known people that hang with Dallas Cowboys players.
So why would they hang? Why were the hoodlums around those players?
Well, but maybe that. Okay, well, maybe people you don't know. I mean, I don't know who you bring in here. For all I know,
was Kelvin Joseph?
Look, people can put up appearances. I'll put it this way. I don't know if Nick Capps is in here or any Washington Commander fans. But here's the thing.
Or you could say Jet.
Sean Taylor had a party at his house, and the people who came in and robbed and killed him were people that came to his house the week before for the party. You don't know who's coming to your house. You don't know.
So I don't just let anybody come to my house.
I don't know if you're a hoodlum or not. I just don't. And so, that's your people. Oh, well, you vouching for him. Say, cool. So Kelvin Joseph, hey, man, he's my man. We hang out together, man. We doing some rap stuff together. He might not know that they're crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That's his boys. You should know if someone's crazy.
I'm trying to think of some movie. Oh, no. I'll tell you what. Think of the movie. Is it Hoodlum? I think it's Hoodlum.
I've never seen that.
Denzel. Movie. Oh, my God. Denzel Washington. Okay, look. He's got his brothers up there in, Harlem, right? He's a gangster. Straight up gangster, right? He's in there, a nice suit and everything else and stuff. They sitting there at the table. Food's coming in there and stuff in this cafe and things, right? And he's talking to his brothers. And he takes the salt shaker. Casually talking to him, unscrews the top, pours out all the salt, carries the thing, walks outside, and he goes up to the guy and said, man, you owe me some money. And just like, shit, pulls out the gun. He's like, what are you going to do, shoot me? Bam! Shoots him right there, goes in his pocket, takes his money out, puts it in a jar, said, there, that's for you, and goes on back down, sits back down, to breakfast with his brothers. They're like, I didn't see that coming. I didn't know that was in him. And that could have been these guys that were Kelvin Joseph. You don't know. And any more than we know about Greg Hardy. It's now, what do you do now if you are given another opportunity? If you're still hanging out in the streets in Greenville and stuff, 2:00 in the morning, you still heavy with rap and and in fights in the streets and stuff, then you got to get cut. You got to go. And I guarantee you that the Dallas Cowboys going to put a case on him. They're going to have somebody there to watch his ass, or we'll get rid of him. They don't want that. They don't want that. And he should understand, he is jeopardizing his future. Well, you kind of tell me what you're thinking. It's a black eye. Every other team dealing with stuff. The media just wants to destroy your team. You can't have this distraction. I agree. Game changer 16. You can't. You just can't. Amen on that one, Adam. I'm like you. Nothing good ever happens after 2 a.m. Amen on that one. Anyway, let's get ready to do a drawing up in here in this mother humper, okay? It's getting kind of late in here. Exactly the same thing we had to do with Pac-Man Jones.
Yeah, I was about to say that too. Pac-Man Jones.
Oh, I was like Jackson Boy. He said Kelvin Joseph he's a good man. Okay, then the next time he said he's a hood man. Which one is it, man? Hawk, you might stop smoking. Uh-oh. What's done happened, Hawk? You might stop smoking. Oh, snap. Oh, shoots. I done missed you doing the drawing there. Shoots. Who you got? We got to do some more prints up in here. I'm getting behind because I still got to get Ava's hers. Juice with 2-pack is a good example. There you go. Oh, snap.
And that one was one that you wrote, so I've been in there for a minute.
That's my hit.
Or somebody else's.
Boy, I got some nasty handwriting. Marley Greens, what's up, man? Marley Greens is the winner chicken dinner.
He was already in here.
Shout out to you.
Already in here.
Oh, I remember Carolina Cowboys when we signed Pac-Man Jones. Yeah.
Yeah, they had
Waka. To this day, even though was it 2 years or 1 year he played for?
I think it might have been 1 year.
To this day, whenever he gets in trouble, former Dallas Cowboys, it's like he played 1 year out of like 15 years of the Cowboys.
You know what he's doing now? He's on he's on a podcast now.
Is he? Oh, at least he got work. At least
I think it's like I'm athlete now. So at least he ain't out of trouble.
I feel you on that one. I think the Cowboys, if they have a opportunity, will trade back. I wouldn't blame them at all. I would welcome them trading back, trying to get as much draft capital as possible. So do we have anything else that we need to add on tonight? Is that everything? Tomorrow's another day for the Dallas Cowboys for OTAs. And we literally have the draft in a week and a half. Oh, my God. Oh, program note. I'm going to be down the country on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But I was doing a little test run with my laptop and stuff because we're having a family reunion.
It's a family reunion.
That's right, our family affair or whatever. With my kids, all my badass kids between Rio, Cop Pizzle, and Philly 500. We're gonna have an NFC East roundtable Thursday evening. So I hope everybody gets there. Until he's charged, cut KJ. We need to send him good vibes.
I don't think you cut him this yet.
1 p.m. What's 1 p.m. Romeo Garcia? Mark is boss. I don't know about boss. No. I'm middle management. I'm not a boss. I'm middle management. I guess that's all we got right now, man. Everything is everything. Jerry Jones hasn't said anything stupid this week. Stephen Jones has been his usual money miser self. Dak Prescott is 100% healthy. Kelvin Joseph has not been charged.
As of right now.
We haven't gotten rid of any other good players, so that's about it. I'm kind of with you on that one, Jackson boy. If you cut Kelvin Joseph, you're crazy. Now, it's too soon to cut him for that. And, again, this is one of those ones where if he is charged, you still hold on to him because while he's dealing with what he's dealing, unless it's going downriver for like 10 years, you're still on his rights and you're not paying him. So
it's like the Randy Gregory situation.
Yeah, it's Randy Gregory all over again.
You have to pay him while he was.
At least Randy Gregory was only smoking weed. It wasn't being part of a drive-by. All right, good people. It is time to get your shot glasses on. Y'all got your shot glass? If I can find it. Here we go. My glasses seem like they ain't working the way they usually do. My eyes must be getting worse. Grab your shot glasses. Well, everybody, I appreciate everybody being here and being in the house. And as always, thank everybody for all the support.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night, the party's over.